Imagine walking into a corner grocery store on a scalding hot summer day, desperate to buy a cold, refreshing ice cream bar. You step up to the glass freezer, open the lid, and look inside. Every single product in front of you belongs to the exact same global mega corporation. You might assume the store owner simply preferred that brand. But the shocking reality is that the shopkeeper was legally forbidden from selling anything else. In fact, if the store owner dared to place a single ice cream bar from a small competitor inside that freezer, the corporation's inspectors would confiscate the entire unit and ruin the small business. This is the unbelievable true story of the ice cream cabinet wars, how a corporate giant used freezer monopoly tactics to freeze out competition and control global retail. To understand how this corporate blockade worked, we have to look at the unique logistics of selling frozen treats. Unlike selling potato chips or soft drinks, selling ice cream requires extremely expensive, electricity-heavy refrigeration equipment. In the 1980s and 1990s, small independent store owners and beach kiosk operators simply could not afford to buy their own commercial freezers. Seeing a massive business opportunity, global food giant Unilever, the parent company behind iconic ice cream brands like Walls and Algida, launched a brilliant yet predatory retail strategy. Unilever approached thousands of small shopkeepers across Europe and developing markets with an offer that seemed impossible to refuse. They would deliver and install brand new, high-end commercial ice cream freezers completely free of charge. They even offered to handle all maintenance and repair costs. For struggling shopkeepers, it felt like Christmas in July. But hidden inside the fine print of the contract was a lethal trap known as freezer exclusivity. The contract legally mandated that the freezer could only be used to store and display Unilever products. Because most small grocery stores, gas stations, and kiosks only had physical space for a single freezer, Unilever effectively locked up the retail real estate of an entire country. When competitor companies tried to enter the market, including Titan Mars, which had just launched its revolutionary Snickers and Mars ice cream bars, they faced an impenetrable wall. Even if a customer walked into a store specifically asking for a Mars ice cream bar, the shopkeeper couldn't sell it because they had nowhere to freeze it. If a bold store owner tried to sneak a rival product into the Unilever freezer, Unilever field agents would arrive, inspect the cabinet, declare a breach of contract, and instantly remove the freezer, leaving the shopkeeper with ruined, melted inventory. Mars and other independent ice cream manufacturers realized they weren't being beaten by superior products or better flavor. They were being starved out of physical retail space. Outraged, Mars launched a massive, decade-long legal war against Unilever, taking the fight all the way to the European Commission and high courts. They argued that freezer exclusivity was an illegal abuse of market dominance that crushed fair competition and robbed consumers of choice. The legal battle dragged on for years, involving billions of dollars in market share. While courts in some countries eventually ordered corporations to allow space for rival products in certain markets, the strategy had already accomplished its mission. Unilever had secured decades of undisputed global supremacy. The ice cream cabinet wars proved that in modern commerce, you don't need to defeat your rival's product. You just need to block their access to the customer. So here is the ultimate question to consider. The next time you grab an ice cream from a store freezer, are you picking your absolute favorite flavor, or are you buying the only brand allowed to stay frozen? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.